Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's behavioral finance. Many people don't lose money in the market because of bad investment selection. They lose money because of bad investment behavior. The study of investor behavior and the psychological influence and biases that affect that behavior is the topic of behavioral finance. The thought is that by studying and having a better understanding of why investors choose to behave the way that they do can help increase the likelihood of better investor behavior and therefore increase the probability of success when it comes to investing. And since a lot of these videos are all about helping you live a better, freer, happier life by helping you make better investment and financial decisions, we need to spend some time today talking about the mental aspect of being a great investor. My name is Spencer Ford, a certified financial planner professional and CEO of Conservative Financial Solutions, and today we're talking all about behavioral finance. I'm going to cover two behavioral finance topics today, and we're going to start with familiarity bias. Familiarity bias is the tendency for investors to invest in what they know. As a result, investors are at an increased risk of not being properly diversified across multiple companies, sectors, and types of investments, which can increase overall risk and increase the likelihood of negative outcomes. Now, I'm from the Cincinnati area. One of the major local companies is Procter & Gamble, also known as P&G. P&G has been a bedrock of Cincinnati since 1837. I mean, some locals even jokingly refer to it as Procter & God instead of Procter & Gamble. And P&G employs more than 10,000 people in the Cincinnati area alone. And a lot of employees and local families invest in P&G stock. I've met with families where over 90% of their net worth is made up of P&G stock. Now, P&G historically has proven itself to be a strong company and has paid shareholder dividends for over 51 years. And it's helped turn a lot of people into millionaires. But that's putting a lot of faith in one company. Longevity doesn't always guarantee success. I mean, take for example Lehman Brothers. They were founded in 1847 and they were in business for over 160 years before going bankrupt in 2008. Now, over the past decade, P&G's stock price is up a cumulative 192.86%. It actually outpaced the S&P 500 over that time period. But P&G is in the consumer staples sector. What about the technology sector, for example? As an example, the NASDAQ index, which is heavily weighted towards technology, is up 233.74% over the last decade. So 41% higher returns than Procter & Gamble. And now, I'm not saying you shouldn't own P&G, but succumbing to familiarity bias can have you leaving returns on the table that come from other sectors and other companies. There are over 58,200 listed companies on stock exchanges around the world. There are some great companies with some great opportunities you've never heard of, so don't let familiarity bias hold you back. Now, the second topic of behavioral finance I want to touch on today is called recency bias. Recency bias is when the memory of a recent event leads investors to believe that event is far more likely to happen again. A great example of this is what happened in the financial crisis of 2008. The crisis led many investors to exit the market with the expectation that those economic hardships would continue for years to come. Going through that financial crisis convinced many investors that that event was going to likely reoccur. Now, fortunately, it didn't pan out that way. From 2009 to 2017, the S&P 500 posted 9 consecutive years of positive returns for a cumulative return of 127%, more than enough to make up for any loss during that crisis. Investors are dealing with some recency bias coming off of 2022, a year in which the S&P 500 ended up negative 18%. Now, there's no guarantee that the market's going up this year. But we all have seen throughout history that given enough time, being invested in the market can provide you with life-changing returns. So don't let recency bias distract you from staying the course towards your long-term goals. And your goals should be long-term in the market because that's how the game is won in the market. Again, I'm Spencer Ford. Behavioral finance is one of my favorite topics, so we're definitely going to be doing more videos on that if you're interested. Please subscribe to our channel so you can see more content as it comes out, and we'll see you in the next one.